What a time to be alive.
If I pull it into me like that, the hand shuts like that, you can see there.
Boom shakalaka. But how sick is this? Delivery day, we took delivery of the new Lee Bear, so I will show you that now.
If you want to know how my evening's going, just know I'm actually laying on the floor.
One thing my old man taught me is that one man's trash is another man's treasure.
Voice command, please.
And you can literally say what you want. Play some music.
No music available.
But there's none available. But if there was, she'd be playing some tunes right now. Hey ho. What's up my people, it's your boy HA, and if you're back again for another week, welcome back. And if it's your first time, whatever reason you clicked on the thumbnail, whether you thought it was interesting, whether you were intrigued, whether you just thought, what is all this about? You won't be disappointed. We've got Scrapyard, we've got Polaris, we've got McLarens, we've got M4s, we've got a lot going on. And we've got creaky doors as well. Hit the subscribe button, hit the like button. Stay tuned, another week in my life. Let's see what we get up to. And yeah, let's kick this one off. It's Tuesday, one second. It is Tuesday the 16th of March. I didn't film yesterday because it was Monday. Monday's my little day off. Being out in that buggy all weekend in the cold has taken its toll on me. So yeah, feeling a little bit rough today. Got a bit of a headache as well, so can't wait to get home this afternoon. Cheltenham, innit? You know what I mean, people? Cheltenham. I've had a few bets, no winners, no surprise there. I did actually go to Cheltenham last year and absolutely loved it. I said I'd go this year, but obviously we couldn't, which is a bit of a bummer. We had Sandwich Rochford auction today. We bought 58 cars from there. Quick little look out the window. I haven't had a chance to get out because I'm doing some paperwork today. Tony's lorry's parked up. He's a nice early finish, and then we've got the lorry with bales loaded up, ready to go in the morning. We're catching up with the bales down the bottom, and the Fuchs is working the new diesel pumps back on that, and that is working down there. That was a diesel pump problem it had. We got that yesterday morning and fitted that. But yeah, other than that, pretty standard Tuesday. I was just doing a little bit of researching online in my lunch break at some stuff in Copart USA, because I am interested in importing some stuff back over. And have a little look at this, right? So Copart USA is actually insane. The size of it is ridiculous. So in the UK, we'll be lucky to have 3 or 4 Lamborghinis on Copart in a year. In Copart USA, they have about 20 on there at a time. And I just literally browsed and stumbled across this Lamborghini here. So it is a 2015 Lamborghini Huracan, pretty standard Huracan. Colour is unreal, by the way. I think that is beautiful. I'm not sure how the grading works in the USA, but it's in Texas. So I know they're a bit more lenient down in Texas, because some places like California, they're a little bit stricter with the rules. So it's beautiful. No airbag damage, nothing. No damage to the front bumper. Where is it? No damage to the rear bumper. No damage to the front bumper. The only bit of damage, let me find you the right image, is that door there, look. So that door's dented in. And I can't imagine a Lamborghini Huracan door and the wing's gonna be much more than maybe 10 grand, you'd be happy. So you think, and then look, oh sorry, that's what I'm gonna say, look, the buy it now is $129,000, which I just translated into British pounds, just the standard conversion rate, and it come out at 92 grand. So plus 10 grand repair, 2 grand to ship it home, because I know it's about 2 grand for a container. You're looking at £101,000 for that car delivered back home, which is insane. Like a Lamborghini Huracan delivered back home for £101,000. The cheapest you'd find one like that would be 125 to 130 grand on Auto Trader, and that's buy it now. So it's not going to make the buy it now. It will make probably, I think, $100,000 at the most. So you think about that. I think import duty tax is 30%. I'm sure there's ways around it if you import it as parts or something like that. But and that over there registered as salvage, whatever that means, it says TX salvage vehicle type, whatever that means. When it comes to the UK and you register it, it's not going to be recorded. And then there's another website you guys should check out called Crash Toys. I know a lot of the US people know about this, but people in the UK don't. So basically, this is a Copart just dedicated to toys. Literally, when I say toys, I mean, you know what I mean, big boy toys, like vehicle types. You've got ATVs, automobiles, boats, dirt bikes, jet skis, motorcycles, recreational vehicles and trailers. So in the automobiles, it is just like Lamborghinis and McLarens and stuff. Boats, obviously self-explanatory, but in the ATVs, look at this, look. It's insane, quads galore, buggies galore. Like, look, there's a Polaris RZR XP4T there. There's a Polaris RZR XP100, RZR 1000, RZR 900. There's just so much on there. It's left-hand drive stuff. I know it's left-hand drive, but when it comes to London, you go around London and look at half the cars in London, they're all left-hand drive anyway, so. Obviously I've got the M4 video, which I'm gonna film probably tomorrow, so you'll see that before this comes live. And then I'm also gonna film a new video with a Polaris, and I've ordered some smoke grenades for that from like Ail or Gale or some website like that. Argio, I don't know what it's called. But like, you know, the classic smoke grenade. So we're gonna do a big video on that with the reveal. And there's so much planned. I've actually ordered some speakers and a stereo system for that as well. So I'm gonna get that fitted. But yeah, started a Polaris RZR 1000 series. Some of you guys see DMO just released a video announcing he bought a Yamaha XRZ or whatever they're called, the Yamaha buggies. Let's get in contact with DMO and get a video with DMO. That'd be sick. Meet up in London in the ATVs would be unreal. Big meet in London. Boom, so I just got home and my speakers for the Polaris RZR have arrived. Bosh. I've just gone for some standard motorcycle audio speakers at the moment. I'll unbox them. I'll quickly show you, look. Just a standard speaker like that. There'll be a full unboxing video of them in my actual Polaris reveal, because we got some plans for that. We're doing some mods to it. Obviously I'm starting with the speakers, and then colour change gonna happen. So you know me, driving around a pink McLaren, got to change the colour of it. But yeah, so they've arrived, which is banging. Literally Amazon, you know, the next day delivery is a touch. But yeah, so I'll catch up with you guys tomorrow morning, yeah?
So I've actually been out in the Fuchs for half an hour this afternoon sorting out some metal. As you can see, there's a lot to sort out here. Just getting some shearing ready for tomorrow so we can get that out. So I'm going to show you how the machine functions in a moment. Just go through all the controls, how you can control it, just give you guys a basic understanding of how it is. It's basically like a big version of the fairground rides you get, you know, the grab ones where you win the teddy bears. Pretty much simple as that. So I'll go through them with you now. I've actually sorted out a lot of stuff. Look, we've got some non-ferrous there. But anyway, let's go through the controls with you now. Right, so first things first, you've got to make sure that the revs, need to keep the revs down when you start it. And then literally it's just a key. Turn the key the whole way around. And that starts up the machine. And then if you've got the right settings on from here, providing when you get out, this arm is up like this. Providing, obviously it won't start if the arm's not down. Providing everything's okay, it should start up and fire away perfectly. And then I'll explain to you what the buttons are down here. So you've got your parking brake, which is pretty standard. Then you've got your slew lock. So if you put that on, which it is actually on now, that restricts the machine from moving side to side. So you can still get the up and down. You can still get the so you can still get the out and in motion, but it won't go side to side. And then next to that, this button disables all of the gears. Then this one here is what you use for when it's on uneven ground, but we're on even ground now, so it's no problem to us. And then here, this is the most important one. This is the restrictor. So this basically prevents that arm from coming too close to us. So Tony pulling in here for the night. Tony's done. But yeah, where was I? So that restrictor prevents you from bringing the arm close to you. So look, if I push it slowly, it goes out. You can see that moving slowly out, right? But then if I want to pull it in towards me, I pull this back here and I pull in, and I can't get it close to me. So that I can pull up and that arm will not come any closer. The Cinnaboggan also has a restrictor on it, but the Liebherr doesn't, because that was made before. They didn't put the restrictor on it. So especially when we employ a new machine driver, we like to put them in the Fuchs first, just to make sure that they're comfortable with the machine. Because look, you can see here, this is all bent. That is because obviously the person who had it before us hit the cab with it. And also that Liebherr, one of the old drivers who had that smacked into it, snapped all of the grille on the front, all of the glass, and had a really bad crash. Luckily they weren't hurt. That didn't happen in our yard, it happened in the previous yard, and we bought it like that. These are very, very dangerous machines and have to be operated very, very carefully. But anyway, basic controls are, I'll turn this slew lock off now so that we can have a little bit of movement. So we've got two levers, or gear sticks, whatever you want to call them, at each side. We've got two sticks each side. This one controls the side to side and the up and down. So if I move this, I'll stand here, if I move this here like this, very slowly, and I'm pushing it over, you can see that the machine begins to move from side to side, and then we can go back this way here. So that's a very basic side to side movement. And then if I pull this in, obviously you know the in, it won't come any further because I've got the lock engaged. I've got the restrictor engaged, sorry, but then that, if I push that further away from me like that, so that will begin to creep out. But obviously I don't want to push it out too far because we've got the lorry part behind, so I don't want to damage that. But I'll pull that in, look, there you go, hit the lock there, won't come any closer. Then on this side, we've got the up and down, so if I pull that up, like that, so that is me going this way, up like that, the arm goes up, and then if I push forward, like that, the arm goes down, so that is just pushing forwards. And then the last function on this side is the side to side, so if I pull it into me like that, the hand shuts like that, you can see there, and if I push it back out, the hand opens. So, that is basic fundamentals of this machine. I'll go through driving it and how we operate it around the yard and move it in, because if you look at where this is, it's actually in a very small space there, so you have to have a very skilled machine operator to take that round to the back of the yard. It's not too hard once you know what you're doing, but you just need to be aware of where your hand is at all times and the distance, because we've got a lot of buildings and a lot of walls that obviously we don't want to damage, and then obviously mainly we don't want anybody to get hurt is the main problem with that. Before anybody gets out of the machine, it's important for them to ground the machine on the floor like so that the hand is not in the air and nobody can walk into it and headbutt it and hurt themselves. The reason it was moving very slowly, I'm not sure if you were aware of that, is the revs. So I can quickly show you how the revs work. So if I pull this lever up a little bit, you can hear maybe the sound change a little bit. So then if I pull this hand up and pull it up a little bit, you can see that I'll show you how it shuts, that the speed of the shut is much faster than it was previously, and then it can also move up and down a lot faster. So that is, when you're operating the machine, you obviously will have the revs higher than you would when the machine is in idle or you're just doing what I'm doing right now. Skilled machine drivers would have it in full revs and they'd be able to work a lot faster, but I don't recommend that, and it's damaging for the machine. And especially when you get out the machine, number one thing is to push the revs down, because starting it up in full revs is not good for the engine. But that is a basic run around for the machine. It's quite tidy. We put gloves on the hands just to make sure that each driver isn't using it and getting the sticks dirty and filthy. But yeah, that is basically how the machine works. So I'm going to jump out now and we're going to head round to the M4, and I'm actually going to film a video for the M4, which will be the full M4 video, which will come out, but I'll show you a couple little bits in this video. So if you haven't watched that, go and watch the M4 video. That should be already out on my channel by now. One thing my old man taught me is that one man's trash is another man's treasure. And here, to some people, we might be surrounded by rubbish. But let me tell you, it's the greatest industry in the world. Ace Car Breakers is my family company, so it's been going on for about 30 years now. And obviously I've been working here for 5 years now, so with the views to take it over and sell that ship further, so that hopefully I've got a legacy and Ace is still running and carry the Arnold name on for my children. That's the plan. That's what my father's done, like what my grandfather did as well. So keep the ship sailing, keep the boat floating, because I see a few comments asking me, do you own the scrapyard, did you start it? No, but look, I'm here, I'm working hard, and I want to take it over. It's going to be mine one day, so I've got to act like I mean to go on. But anyway, going on from scrapyards and stuff, the UK scrapyard tour is nearly fully booked. I've got 3 days all booked up, and I've got one space left, which will be on a Thursday. I'm going to release the dates on my Instagram this weekend. I'm pretty sure I know the dates. And the last day on the Thursday, I'm looking for somewhere sort of north of England and the south of Scotland, so anywhere from sort of Manchester, Newcastle, Durham, like upwards to Edinburgh, anywhere in that sort of area, it doesn't matter. I'm looking for one more scrapyard, so if you want to be featured for this fantastic series, let me know. And if you have missed out, there will be another series coming soon, probably. Let's see how this one goes, series 2 in the summer. Why not, eh? Why not? But yeah, it's going to be fantastic. Obviously, I'll put my hat down here actually. I'll put my hat down on a lawnmower wheel. Classy, classy. But yeah, the series obviously starts in London at my yard, and I drive up to ending it on Friday in Dumfries in Scotland, where I pick up and have a look at, not pick up, where I go and have a look at my power hand being manufactured that will get delivered to me the week after. So it's going to be a fantastic series. Please take part, guys. You've got one space left, so if you know someone with a yard or you've got a yard, hit me up on Instagram. The post is still live, and yeah, I can come to you. It's a fantastic opportunity. I've just put the new shock in the back. I'll show you it now. But yeah, there's a new shock ready to go on. I'll get cracking with this probably next week in the scrapyard, because I'm going to put a bit of the rebuild in the week in my life videos just to make it a little bit easier for me, but then I will do some solely like rebuild videos for this. But look, if you come here, you can see in here, and you can't really see actually, but the shock is completely snapped in half, like completely through. But it's strange because it's snapped that in half. The skirt's okay. It's a small dent in the door, which I feel like we can fix. The bonnet's fine, not touched. And then obviously the wing and bumper was damaged. It says that radiator's got a split in it, so I have to look into that. But when I pulled the bonnet open and had a look, there still was water inside it. So I'm not too sure, it's a little bit strange. A few people asked me about the Sierra. That actually did come in the yard a few months ago, and we are gonna restore it back up, and then we're gonna put it away. But obviously it needs a new bumper, headlight, grille. That light's fully cracked. And then it does need a lot of work doing because it's really, really rusty and old. Look, the rear bumper and the boot's damaged. It's one of them ones, I don't know if it's open, doesn't matter. No, yeah, it's open. There you go, look. It's missing some casing around there. Well, it stinks in here. Ah, it smells in there. But yeah, that is the plan with that. It's one of the ones that we're putting on the back burner. Got the BM to do. Got that to do, which none of you guys know yet, which I'm going to be doing Friday. And then there's actually an old M3 on the ramps there, which I'll come and show you in a second. But yeah, there's a lot to do. Literally taken the tank off, everything, the diff off. This actually down here.
Going to be restored,
which is going to be restored. And then if you look under the front, how rusty that is, that's what the back end was like before we took it off. So Stuart's been cracking on with this for a couple of days, just getting a parts list together to repair it. This isn't actually our cars, it's one of the managers in the yard, Kev's. We're getting that ready for him. So that'll look banging when it's done, because that was a bit of a weapon back in the day. I'm sure we'll go out for a drive in it once it is done, and I'll keep you guys updated on it. But yeah, so anyway, I'm going to film a video later this evening. I'll keep you guys updated, and if I don't see you, I'll see you in the morning. Haven't been able to get on camera this morning, been busy. I've actually filmed another video which is going live tonight, so that'll be the M4 video that you guys will see before this. And yeah, it's delivery day. We took delivery of the new Liebherr, so I will show you that now. Here she is. When I say new, I don't mean new, I mean old, but new to us. So that is, I believe, don't quote me, a 2012 machine. There's a few issues with it. The company we bought it from, I won't say no name, said it'd go straight to work. That's not true. It's gonna have to have some stuff done to it, but we did buy an old machine, so we knew that there could be some problems, but it still annoys me when people say that something's like it is and then it's not. But I'll go through the few issues that we found with it now. Hopefully they're nothing too major, but if you put this machine and our old machine side by side, 100% would take this one. It's a newer machine. And look, our last one just wasn't slewing properly. The slew motor, which is right in the middle underneath the cab, had gone, and that could have been upwards of £10,000 repair. So let's go and have a look at this machine. So quickly, the slew motor is literally right in the middle of here. It's a big red motor, and you have to take it down there. The motor's like 6-7 grand, and then the labour on top of that is just ridiculous. But first problem, when it come in on the lorry, we noticed that there was an oil leak underneath. And if you look there, you can just see the bottom of a rag. They'd actually put a rag there to stop the oil from leaking, which is a bit cheeky, but it doesn't seem to be a problem. I think we can fix that with some pipe and some fixings we've got here anyway. Problem number 2 is the auto lube isn't working, but I think the fitters will be able to fix that as well. Auto lube is basically, the machine greases itself, and it wasn't doing that when the auto lube's not working, so that's also an issue that's getting resolved. And then just the general wear and tear. These fixings here, there's all little fixings, keep these pipes stuck down, so that the pipes are firmly on there, and there's no shaking and splitting around. Like when you put the front end, when you put the front of a car on, you make sure all the wires are clipped down and all the pipes are clipped down, so that there's no movement and they don't shear when they're hitting each other, and just to maintain it. So they're broken. And if you look here, you see them bits there. Look how funny it looks. They should be straight. They shouldn't curve like that. They've got to be straight. So that's another issue. And then the reason we've got it like this is because the bottom was leaking. So a couple of leaks, the auto lube not working. That's banged out of line. The machine's taken a general bit of wear and tear, but as I say, it's still in better condition than our old one. And there's something I did notice which might be a little bit of concern, but I can't get up there and have a look yet. Is so if you see right up the top, I'll zoom you guys in, but you can see there's a pin up there, right at the top. If you look up the top there, you can see that there's yellow, and it's a different shade of yellow. So look, right up there, where right around the pin. So that's actually a different shade of yellow, which indicates that there has been an issue up there. So I don't know whether that was the pin got stuck and they've had to heat it up and get the pin out and put a new one in, or something like that. The pin might be the wrong size, because when we actually got our last Liebherr, the pin was actually too small. They'd fitted it with a smaller pin, so we had to get the company back who sold it to us, and they bored a new hole and put a new pin back in like it should have been done before. But that might have the same issue, so we'll have to get the man cage out on a forklift, the new man cage, you know, the one that the HSC wanted us to buy. We've got it. We'll get in the man cage and get up there and have a look and see what the score is with that, because if you come around the other side of that pin, you can clearly see that there's a metal plate that's been welded onto it. I'll zoom you in. There's like a metal plate welded there, and that's basically preventing the pin from moving. So the pin sits in that bit of welded plate like that to stop it from moving. So that's not how it should be. They're not made like that. So somebody's obviously done a make-do job there and welded that on. And they haven't even painted it yellow. But other than that, it's a pretty standard day in the yard. A little update with the picker. So the power hand's been delayed by 2 weeks. So that's a bit of a bummer. But on the other hand, our picker machine that we've got now fitted that new valve block on there, and it seems to have sorted it out, because we think that there was actually a problem that with the manufacturing of the machine, that they'd put the wrong valves on it in the first place. So having changed them now, the machine is running so much better. Touch wood, that machine is running fantastic. The best it's ever run since we got here. Keep you guys posted on that as well. But yeah, the new Liebherr is here, and I'm looking forward to jumping in her and having a little spin and sorting some metal out there to see what she can do. You haven't got the cameraman coming in this week, so it's all going to be vlog style, unfortunately. But tomorrow, be in a yard in the morning, I've got the auction in the afternoon, and then in the evening, I'm taking a McLaren out to grab some food, maybe for the last time, because I've got somebody to come and have it, because I've got somebody coming to have a look at it Saturday morning, and it may be sold, but I'm not holding anything to it. It's just coming to have a browse. But he sounded pretty keen, so if he gets there, you know what it's like when you're trying to sell cars. Sometimes they don't turn up, but if he does turn up and he wants it, then that is bye-bye for the McLaren. And guys, I don't know if you've seen it, but there is another one on Copart. It's a 650S, so it's a little bit faster than a 540C. So if it does sell, I'm not saying anything, but I'm basically saying we might buy it. So stay tuned for that. If we do buy it, bonus. If not, then the pink McLaren lives on for another day. I thought I'd be a bit gutted to sell her, but you know what? There's plenty more cars out there for me, and this channel was founded on rebuilds. So let's get more rebuilds on the channel and see what else we can get. Maybe a Ferrari, and building up to that big goal of a Lamborghini. Yeah, a nice Hurricane would be at the top of my list. My dream car. Bit of a quiet Thursday, haven't been able to get much footage for you guys, but I'll catch up with you tomorrow if I don't see you later. And if I don't see you through week, I'll see you through window. Yes, my people, it is Friday. Bosh, end of the week. I've just had a box come through from McLaren. Let's have a little look what we got inside. So, these are the last few parts. There's a couple more I can get Monday, but I've actually got to drive there. That's a speaker mount for the passenger side speaker. That's a little trim, a tiny little trim. You see it zoom in? It's a little trim for the window, and then there's some little clips there, which are for the light in the boot tub. So I'm gonna go and fit them on after work today. But this morning I've actually been around another bit of the yard where I've actually set up a new area with some ramps, bought some new tools. I'll go and show you them later, where I'm basically gonna do all the filming for my projects. So I'm gonna actually
do most of the work myself now in my spare time and just make the rebuilds a little bit more sort of me and you, so I can talk to the camera and do it at my own pace. Because before, I was in the workshop with my fitter and we've got other stuff to do, we're rushing through it and I'm trying to film it at the same time and it's just a bit of a nightmare. So this gives me a bit more freedom. I can do stuff in my own time, at my own pace, and I can leave stuff on the ramps overnight. There's nobody else to get in my way, which is fantastic. So I'll take you around there later and show you the new setup. I'm gonna get some lights and that, putting this sheeting around the edge so it's all nice. It's gonna look, just gonna jump on the auction now and see what we can buy. Busy day, busy day. Just pop round to the new unit. This is the new area that I've got for repairing my cars, and I'm also gonna have it as a fitting shed for some lorries in the yard as well. So at this back corner, I fitted new ramps, and then we're putting this white sheeting round here, like that. It's gonna go all the way around there. Then I'm gonna paint the floor here, and have that back section all there as a nice clean filming area for YouTube. So I'm gonna get some lights, and I'm gonna put all the lights around the edge like that. Have it as a clear, nice space so we can see all around the car. It's bright, it's light, it looks good, and it makes good content. Because that other bit I was using, as I said earlier, it wasn't just solely mine, because the other fitters were using it for other bits. This is here, I can leave that on the ramps, I can leave this on the ramps for as long as I want. But look, actually it's on the ramps, you can see that the wheel is dropped right down, and look, there is the shock that is completely snapped in half. Clean snap. So I'm gonna get that shock changed over first thing next week. But then if you look under here, like, I'll be honest with you guys, I cannot see any damage. Even the suspension arms, they don't look damaged or bent at all. And there's no damage to any of this. Up there, there's no damage to any of the chassis. First job next week is to get that shock changed over. And then this morning I actually spent half an hour packing my new Teng Tools toolkit, which is another padlock, which is locked in there. I'm not going to show you that now, but look, basically all of the remains of it. It's the Teng Tools 1001 Master Toolbox. Unreal. It's got everything you need for the repairing of the cars, down to literally any job you have. It's got the right tools for you. So I'll go through that with you next week once that's all open. But yeah, had a busy morning sorting all this out, trying to get all this prepared. And then I was in the yard all afternoon. I haven't had a chance to film in the yard today, and I've done a lot of content on the yard this week, so I'm not going to do anything further today. I'm now going to drive over and put the new bits I've got onto the McLaren. But yeah, so it's going to be a nice space. You can see them around the edge like that, all in that corner. Bosh. Going to look proper tidy, so turn the lights off. But look how the lights are, look how crap they are. Look, they're like orange. What even is that? Feels like I'm in like a music video or something. We'll turn them off. But we'll turn them off, I'll get this locked up, then we'll get to the McLaren. And here she is, the old girl. I haven't had her out for about 2 weeks, maybe 3 weeks now, because I've just been busy and haven't really had a chance, but she's sitting pretty, looking as beautiful as ever. As I say, in the lighting here, it's not doing her any justice. When we get it outside, you'll see. But I'm just gonna fit a couple of these little bits. This little trim section I was telling you about earlier. Open it. Cool. Wrapped up well. Here it is. It's just tiny little black section like this. And this goes on here. You can see that there's nothing there. Literally puts it on like that. And it just pushes in there. Like so. And that's on. Bosh. That's the easiest rebuild ever. So that's it, the McLaren series is over. No, I'm joking. Right, and then the other bit is actually in the bonnet, so let me lift that up. There's just 4 clips which keep the light in, which I haven't actually had so far. And they literally, the light should sit there like this. And it's these little clips here. I don't know what that noise was actually. Hey ho. I need like a screwdriver or something. And then like that, boom shakalaka, we're done. And it is in, looking fresh, no movement. Bosh! Now we shut the lid down, we get inside, and we drive. Start her up, yeah, let's start her up, come on in. I'll put you guys down here for a cold start. This is standard stock 540C
Nothing special. There's nothing added to this. This is the normal exhaust, so see if you like it. Whoa! Is that the little jump I did before I jumped in there? Nice, wasn't it? I'm gonna let this warm up for a little bit because I should. Cars like this you need to let them warm up. If you haven't seen it before, this is the McLaren 540C. A lot of the channel was built on this car. Cool little feature, like it's got a voice thing here.
Voice command, please.
And you can literally say what you want. Play some music.
No music available.
But there's none available. But if there was, she'd be playing some tunes right now. Apps. You got maps, you got rear camera, you got the weather. Let's see what the weather's saying. Google weather. Google. Browser. You can go on the internet. Lads. You know what you can watch in here? Henry Arnold's YouTube channel, so you better subscribe to it. Yeah, I don't know if you can hear me, but she is for sale, so if you do want to buy her, just hit me up because look at that. Oh, when the sun hits that pink wrap, you know it's game time. The paddles on the steering wheel are in such a good position. You can just find them whenever you need them, and the steering is so light. Look, it's just. Has anybody seen that Ferrari Roma on there? Oh my days! There's literally zero on Auto Trader. That car is so nice. The steering wheel on that car, if you on the steering wheel like that, you slide there. And that starts the engine. It is insane. And the rev counter on the top of the steering wheel that Ferrari do, unreal. Like Ferrari are coming up levels. You know what it is though? You got McLaren, Lambo and Ferrari are like Mercedes, Audi and BMW, just god tier version, yeah? So they're much levels above. I think aesthetically, the McLarens and the Lambos trump Ferraris. This is all my point of view, so you might disagree with me massively. But McLarens and Lamborghinis trump Ferraris. Like the 720S, in my opinion, or the 765 now, there is no car out there that looks as futuristic, as supercar, as naughty as that. Just, I think it looks unreal. And then Lamborghini, Hurricane, Aventadors. Aventadors, I think, looking a bit old right now. Hurricanes, I think, I prefer. Ferrari have got the F8, which is sexy, and the 488 is my favourite Ferrari. Period. I would love Ferrari, but that's too much money. But yeah, I think McLaren, in terms of design and concept and engineering, they trump Lambo and Ferrari, in my opinion. So I'm a McLaren guy, and I might change if I drive something else, but at the moment I'm a McLaren man through and through. Only problem is they set on fire sometimes, but we can look past that. But anyway, what a week it was, guys, and if I don't see you anymore this evening, then I'll see you tomorrow. Get the Polaris out and have a little bit of fun. 'Cause it's supposed to be like 12 degrees, so a bit warmer than last weekend, sunny, don't mind it, little taste of summer. And yeah, let's get it, people. What a time to be alive. I haven't told anyone this story, so you guys are first. I used to lay in the garden on the floor, look up at the stars, and just think and think and think about my dreams, about my goals, about my plans. So when I look up to the stars, it always reminds me of those times where I was like, right, this is what I want, this is what I want. So anytime I'm ever feeling down, or I need to reflect, or even if I just want to take a moment to think, I always look up at the sky and just take it all in, because it's never the same. You see shooting stars, you see beautiful patterns in the sky. Yeah, it's just one of them things that got a place in my heart, but enough of that soppy. So have a nice Friday, guys. Yes, people, it's Saturday morning. Had a bit of a sesh last night, got on the drinks. Haven't done that in a long time, but it was nice to relax a little bit. Don't know if you see, but I'll put it now. I made the maddest ping pong trick shot. Beer pong trick shot, it was insane. Oh yeah, look, there's my crepes. You can see them a bit better in the daylight. The new off-whites. But the plan for today is I'm gonna give this girl a clean. The guy that was supposed to come and look at it to buy it hasn't answered my texts. I knew it was gonna happen. So, still gonna get it cleaned and get it put back in the garage today. And then I've had about 6 or 7 messages already in the first 4 days of having it on Auto Trader, so it's going quite well. Plus with the promotion through YouTube and Instagram, I think it won't sit around for long, because look at that, what a weapon of a car. So yeah, we're gonna get that cleaned, and then I'm gonna go and pick up the Polaris and have a little look and see if I can wire up this speaker system or how hard it's gonna be.
if it's even compatible, because I just bought it for Amazon. It was like 230 quid off Amazon. Who knows? Who knows? I don't know whose car that is actually. It's just appeared there. I only just spotted that. Who knows? What the hell? Look at the garden. Look, it's half. It's like a straight line of darkness. I'm telling you now, 2020, 2021 even, is proving to be a very strange year. Like, there's some weird stuff going on. I was driving home the other day, and I looked up in the sky, and I saw this. It was below the clouds, and where I am, there's no planes that fly that low. And so low, flashing, flashing, flashing. It looked like a drone. I thought it was a drone, but the speed it was going, it couldn't have been a drone. So I was confused as to what it was. I think it was just probably like a microcopter or something like that. But you know, for a split second there, I was thinking aliens. This spaceship round here is that pink one over there. Yes, people, little outfit change. Got the smoke bombs, got the camera. Drop the McLaren off, pick the Polaris up, and let's get cracking on the Polaris. Bosh. Yes, look, we just picked up the Polaris, chucked all my stuff inside, and look at this. Micro smoke. I've never used one before, so should be interesting. I'm gonna chuck this down behind it and see how it goes. I'm assuming all you do is pull that pin. Decent. It's looking a bit smoky. I've got two bigger ones at home. That just looked like a little fire. But it's giving it a smoky effect. I was going to cut to some visuals of the smoke in the background, but didn't really do the job. It stinks as well. Right, I'm going to chuck that in the bin. That's hot there, it's well hot. Yeah, I'm going to wrap this up and get going. Oh, suicide doors. Rolls Royce style. Oh, here, this is the startup. It's so loud. I think I'm going to change the exhaust. Might try and get one with Bluetooth button so I can open and close the valves, because at the moment it's literally deafening and you can hear me from a mile away. I couldn't. It's not a good getaway vehicle. So I'm back home now. I'm just trying to fit these speaker mounts. Look, so I've got the two speakers here. I've got an amp and then I've got a control unit. Basically connects to the battery, and then these brackets go on them poles apparently, but it looks as though they're not gonna fit, so that might be the first stumbling block. That was pretty easy. The seat just comes out. There's a clip behind the back of the seat. That just come out, so here's the battery. Sorted. So this connects obviously to the positive and to the negative, like that, each to one of them, and then slide the seat back in, put the amp down, and then that's it. That should work. It's simple as that. I've got these attached, they're on, and then if I get the control unit, look, if I click on, lights flash when you hold it down. There you go. So it's obviously getting power, so now I'm going to link the speakers up and see if speakers make a noise. Yes, people, the speakers are up and they're sick. Look at this. Right, I'm going to go out now, but the camera's going to die real quick. But how sick is this? I'm going to get bigger speakers and better ones, but for the moment, this is fire. Fire. Look at that. But yeah, let's get out now and see what we can get up to.
3 hours later.
If you want to know how my evening's going, just know I'm actually laying on the floor of a road. Can't flip my camera. I'm going to have to end the video. Laying under the buggy because it's making some weird noises. You can't really see much, but we decided to go for a late night stroll to Hollenborn to go through the byways at Hollenborn. And I didn't see, I didn't foresee how bad the byways were going to be. Somebody told me to go there because they're decent. When they say decent, what they mean is it's got 12-foot ruts on the floor, filled with puddles. You don't know how deep it is, and the bottom's dragging the whole time. It sounds like the shock on the right-hand side has seized, but I won't be able to diagnose it till I put it on the ramps. But driving on flat, it seems all right, but yeah, just chilling next to the Dirty Habit pub. Do you know what? If I could have a beer right now, I might knock on the window and ask. One beer. But look at the state of it. It was reasonably, look at that, look at the state of it. It was actually reasonably clean before we left, ish. No, it wasn't, that's a lie. Hope you're having a better Saturday, guys. And yes, guys, we're ending the video back where we started. If you enjoyed that video, hit the subscribe button, hit the like button, put your post notifications on, because this series is going to be mad. Put suggestions what you want to see me getting up to. And until next week, guys, it's your boy HA, and I'll see you soon.